reading a book, I didn't stop at a full stop, so then it didn't make sense. And then my teacher put up a feedback paper to remind me of that. So my goal is, when reading, take a small breath at full stops. And I'm learning that it makes more sense. When I was reading, no one had me, so Miss Apple gave me a note. So my goal is try to use my big voice when reading aloud. And this is my new reading voice. My goal is to use capital letters in their right places, like at the start of a sentence, at the start of a title, and at the start of someone's name. Sometimes I forget my capital letters, so I asked Miss Apple if I can get this from my feedback, try and put it next to my writing. One of the goals I achieved this year is write sentences about each part of stories for more detail. So here you can see I added more detail. Mrs. Kavakovic wrote that I achieved my goal. And my new goal is to use talk marks. When we read with Miss Becker, we start with 2 stars and a wish. 2 stars means something we're already good at, and a wish means something we have to get better at. Here are my 2 stars, and here I want to get better at reading harder books. When we're reading with Miss Becker, she gives us feedback on our wish. I'm also working on full stops and capital letters, and when I've achieved it, I put it on here. I've achieved the goal of finger spaces in between my words. I need to work on my goal because if it goes all together, it makes a big word and you can't understand it. On this page you can see my words all mixed up. After a lot of practice, I finally achieved my goal. The other day I achieved one of my goals and I felt awesome by writing my tail letters right down to the red lines. Miss Apple had my goal and she called me up because I achieved my goal by writing the tail letters right down to the red lines. Here I read it right down to the red line, and up here and here. Sometimes my writing doesn't make sense because I don't reread them. So I have a goal to reread my sentence and correctly add full stops and capital letters. When I write this notebook, I achieved the goal to reread my sentence to make sense. My goal used to be there, then I achieved that and it goes up there now. One of the goals I achieved is using the red and blue lines properly. At the start of the year, I wasn't using the red and blue lines because I didn't have a goal. So I didn't use it. I went up, down with the W's. D's the wrong way. B's the wrong way as well.
T is too high, T is too low, and even S is the wrong way. My book, I just got better and better. But by training, I got my red and blue lines the right one, if I can find it. Here. Now, see what I did to these lines? I made them good. Here's my writing that achieved my goal. I feel great because I achieved my goal, but I gotta keep it up.